Deep within this ancient forest lies a massive gray monolith, isolated from the surrounding granite cliffs and ridges.
This geological anomaly will serve as the foundation for a unique architectural experiment in primitive subterranean living spaces.
Every step across the damp forest floor brings the builder closer to the heart of the giant stone.
Feeling the texture of the stone is essential to identifying natural fissures that may assist in the excavation. Precision tools are required to penetrate the dense crystalline structure of this massive, weather-beaten piece of natural granite. Identifying a natural fault line reduces the structural resistance of the rock during the initial phase of carving.
The first impact marks the beginning of a long process to hollow out a functional home inside stone. Intense kinetic energy is transferred with every swing as the builder slowly breaks through the outer obsidian shell. Debris management is a constant task as the opening begins to widen into a dark and cavernous maw.
Hours of relentless labor are condensed into a visual demonstration of human persistence against the mountain's raw density.
A small interior void begins to emerge as the builder removes the first cubic meter of solid material.
Switching to a hammer and chisel allows for greater control over the internal dimensions and wall textures. Refining the rough surfaces creates a more habitable environment while maintaining the structural integrity of the heavy roof. Every groove in the ceiling tells a story of the thousands of individual strikes required for this transformation. Cross-ventilation and natural illumination are the next priorities in making this cold stone chamber a viable shelter. Breakthrough occurs as the first rays of natural sunlight penetrate the interior from the opposite side of stone.
The sudden introduction of fresh air changes the atmospheric pressure and scent within the newly formed living quarters. Cleanliness is maintained by removing the microscopic stone dust that accumulates during the final shaping of the walls. Repetitive brushing reveals the hidden patterns and minerals trapped within the ancient granite of the forest monolith.
A central hearth is designed to provide heat and light without compromising the oxygen levels of the room.
Proper smoke ventilation is critical for maintaining air quality when the internal fire pit is eventually in use.
Natural resources from the surrounding environment will provide the necessary components for the home's interior furniture.
Rhythmic sawing through seasoned oak provides the structural elements needed for a durable and heavy door frame. Bamboo offers a lightweight but incredibly strong material for crafting the raised sleeping platform inside the house.
Fitting organic wood into a rigid stone opening requires careful measurement and several rounds of manual sanding. Traditional joinery techniques ensure that the door remains functional despite the high humidity levels of the forest. Hanging the door transforms the open cavern into a private and secure sanctuary, protected from the elements.
A heavy, solid creak confirms the tight seal necessary to keep the warmth of the fire inside. Natural twine provides a flexible but secure bond for the bed frame, allowing for slight structural movement. Elevating the sleeping area is a vital design choice to prevent heat loss through direct contact with rock.
These natural materials will serve as an insulating mattress, providing both comfort and a pleasant forest aroma.
Compressing the layers of vegetation creates a dense thermal barrier between the builder and the bamboo frame. River stones are selected for their thermal mass properties, which allow them to store and radiate heat.
Transporting heavy materials over uneven terrain requires physical stamina and a deep understanding of the local landscape.
A safe and heat-reflecting hearth is the final major component required for the interior's thermal management system. Careful arrangement of fuel allows for maximum airflow, which is necessary for a clean and efficient burn. The first fire begins to burn, marking the transition from a cold stone cave to a home.
Illumination reveals the true scale and texture of the room, highlighting the architectural details carved by hand. Successful smoke extraction confirms the precision of the overhead shaft and the efficiency of the interior design.
From the outside, the monolith now glows with life, a beacon of human ingenuity in the wild.
The river stones have begun to store heat, ensuring the room remains warm long after flames die.
Space optimization is achieved by integrating storage and living functions directly into the immovable structure of rock.
Even small personal items find a designated place within this minimalist and highly functional underground living environment. The forest remains a constant presence, viewed through a frame that provides both protection and visual connection. Securing the entrance completes the daily cycle of labor and marks the beginning of a safe night.
Mechanical fasteners and organic materials work together to provide a robust barrier against the unpredictable forest environment.
Thermal insulation provided by the bed and blanket ensures a deep sleep even as external temperatures drop.
A stable coal bed provides consistent radiant energy, which is essential for a comfortable overnight stay underground.
Isolation and comfort coexist within the monolith, representing a successful merger of ancient geology and human craft.
Morning light reveals the exterior durability of the stone, which remains unchanged by the internal modifications made.
Ventilation is refreshed as the heavy door swings open, connecting the internal sanctuary to the new day.
Daily maintenance of the fire pit is necessary to ensure the efficiency of the next thermal cycle. Access to clean water is the final pillar of sustainability for this remote and isolated stone dwelling. Residual heat from the river stones is sufficient to warm water without needing a full-scale roaring fire.
Order and organization are critical in small-scale living environments to maximize the available floor and shelf space.
Architectural foresight in the carving of the window ensures the interior remains dry even during heavy storms. Tool maintenance is a constant requirement for any project involving the manipulation of high-density natural granite materials. Adding decorative elements to the functional components enhances the aesthetic appeal of this primitive and rugged home. These details reflect the transition from basic survival construction to the creation of a personalized living space. Subtle design choices ensure that the man-made elements do not disrupt the natural visual harmony of the forest.
Secondary lighting sources provide a safer alternative to the fire pit for short-term visibility during the night hours.
Oil lamps offer a more controlled and focused light source for reading or performing delicate manual tasks.
Intellectual and creative activities are supported by the quiet and contemplative environment of the stone monolith home.
Wildlife interactions become a regular part of life when living in such close proximity to the forest.
Utilizing the roof space provides an additional area for water collection or solar energy capture in future. Gravity-fed systems integrated into the roof design can significantly simplify the daily tasks of an off-grid lifestyle. Rain provides a test for the external fields and the drainage efficiency of the newly modified stone. The interior remains completely dry, confirming the effectiveness of the protective architectural features carved into the granite. Natural rainfall assists in the maintenance of the structure, washing away dust and debris from the surfaces. Post-storm atmospheric conditions provide a stunning visual reward for choosing such a unique and remote location.
Cooking within the home is a practical application of the fire pit's multifunctional design and efficiency.
Thermal convection currents are used to effectively remove moisture and cooking smells from the confined living area.
Every meal is an opportunity to reflect on the immense effort required to build this stone sanctuary. The rough ceiling serves as a permanent reminder of the thousands of manual actions taken during construction.
Interior textiles are being handcrafted to provide additional thermal layers and to soften the overall stone aesthetic. Handmade decor items bridge the gap between a raw survival shelter and a comfortable, personalized forest home. Data-driven monitoring ensures that the stone's thermal mass is performing according to the builder's initial engineering expectations.
Constant temperature readings confirm that the granite monolith is acting as a highly efficient natural thermal battery. Maintaining a clear perimeter around the house prevents moisture buildup and discourages pests from entering the structure.